What's up, guys? Welcome back to the shop. Welcome back to the channel. And as you can see right here behind me, today is Linda Day in the shop. We have got a trip coming up to No Name Nationals in Sikeston, Missouri in about 2 weeks, 14 days. And I didn't realize it until we started to head up to, where did we just go? Oh, Cletus and Cars, Bristol, where I went to take Linda. And of course that one, because Linda had a massive pile of oil underneath her on the trailer. So we had to unload her and take Homer in her place, which is fine. Homer needed a chance in the pit anyway, and that was kind of a win-lose situation, if you will, but we had a good time anyway. Got to see what Homer's all about. That's all coming out of there now. We're gonna get his superchargers on. That'll be something we're gonna do over the winter. Nevertheless, we've got to get Linda ready because she's got to be a no name, like I said, in about 2 weeks, and she is just being Linda. I mean, you've all been here long enough, you know how she is. So in today's episode, we're going to get her tore down. We're going to get this hood off, out of the way. We're going to get into this engine and see what all this ticking's about and see where all that oil's coming from. I have a feeling somewhere when we was up in Michigan that we either done something to an intake gasket or maybe a rear main seal. Not really for sure. I mean, this is a brand new engine, I think, with 4 runs on it. So I don't know. But anyway, this is Buster Radio Garage. Let's get after it and see what the problem is. All right, let's see if we got any obvious problems. Not seeing any parts or even shavings. Nothing's loose. Oh. All right, guys, a quick development. As soon as I shut this off to go over to the other side, I went ahead and wanted to check on these bolts, and look at this. I mean, they are plumb. Look, this one even. I can undo all these by hand. Well, I can do that one by hand, this one by hand, this one's tight, this one's tight, 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 tight. So, good thing is we caught this, so hopefully there's nothing major. So we'll get torque spec on these and tighten these back down. That's a good thing I checked those because I was an idiot and just going to move right on over to the other side. So let's get over there and see what's going on over there. Hopefully nothing has came off over there. I couldn't imagine if we lost one of these. So kind of freaking out a bit. I mean, it is what it is. Let's get over to the other side and check it out. Hopefully this side's better than that other side. No major carnage. Yeah, that one just fell into nowheresville, so we'll never see that again. All right, guys, we're good there. We've got one issue on the other side we're going to have to address, and I'll get with you on that here in just a second. And then we'll pull, or actually we're just going to drain the oil, see if we got anything in there, which I'm sure we do. And hopefully we can just go through and get this all back to specs, put it back together, and see what happens. So It's not looking bad, but it's not looking perfect yet either. So let's just keep digging into it. Hey guys, hate to interrupt your Linda content, but we're gonna go ahead and skip forward. We have some license plates to hang up here on the wall for the license plate challenge. We have, I think, 6 or 7 plates here that were sent in by you subscribers and or members. So we're gonna go ahead and get them hung up here on the wall with everybody else and get everybody's names put underneath them. And then we'll go down, as usual, go down the list and explain to everybody what we got and who sent them, so on and so forth. So let's get after to hanging these real quick, and then we'll get back to our girl Linda back here. All right, hold on. All right, guys, we got kind of everybody's laid out on the car here. So we got Bill. Bob, this is a memorial plate, so in memory of Bob and Lucianne. I believe I'm saying that correctly. JB's Little Shop on YouTube. Check them out. Kristen Lawson, Casey Lawson, and Kimberly Lawson. These were all provided by Adam and Jessica Lawson. So I'm assuming these are all their family members. All right, so I'm going to get up here as usual. Kathy's going to hand me all the stuff, and we're going to kind of just get them set up there, and then we'll go over the whole list. All right, guys, this plate here from Michigan was donated by a gentleman who just wanted to be known as Bill, which is fine, I get it. He met us up at the M1 Concourse during Tom Bailey's Six Skids or Power Fest, whatever you want to name it. So we'll go ahead and hang him up here, get his name put up, and then we'll continue on down. So give me 1 second, we'll get Bill up here. What we normally do is I just wipe the wall down with some alcohol, kind of take off any of the oils of the paint, whatever. Take a heat gun, heat everything up nice, and then we slap her on here. All right, Bill, there you go, buddy. You are on the wall. Thanks for the plate. All right, guys, we got a California plate. This one was sent to us by 38 POS Racing, and they are wanting this dedicated to Bob and Lucianne. I believe I'm saying that correct. All right, good deal. They are on the wall. I thank you again for the plate. That's very cool. All right, let's move on down the line. All right, there you go, fellas. JB's Little Shop on YouTube with the Tennessee plate. Thank you very much. Appreciate the plate. All right, let's keep going. All right, guys, the next 3 plates in a row are all going to be from the same family, from the Adam and Jessica Lawson family. They are huge supporters of the channel, huge members of the channel, subscribers, so on and so forth. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang the next 3 plates, hang the next 3 names they dedicated those plates to, and then we'll pan around and go over all 3 of those. I just didn't want it to look weird like, boom, here's all 3 plates. I'm not doing the whole sticking the stickers on, but I want to pay respect to all 3. Now I'll get them all hung, get all the stickers on, and then we'll kind of pan over those 3. So give me 1 second, we'll get back, we'll show those 3, and then we'll review all of them that's been placed on the shop wall, if it makes sense. So just give me 1 second. All right, guys, we got all the plates hung up that I have for today. So I'll go ahead and spin you around. We'll show up the ones I hung today, and then we'll show you all the plates in the states in general across the board that we have now. And that'll kind of like showcase everybody that's donated a plate for the license plate challenge as it stands today. And it looks like we're halfway there of the 50. So, all right, let's get to spinning around. Okay, here's the 3 that I just hung now, and that is Nevada, Texas, and Utah. And these 3 here are all from Adam and Jessica Lawson and their family. So they dedicated these 3 plates to Kimberly, Casey, and Kristen. So those are all up there now. And then I want to say thank you for all those plates. I think they sent a total of right around 8 or 9 plates. 2 of them I kept. They are permanently in my office. The other plates were duplicates of other plates that I currently have, which is cool. There's nothing wrong with that. But like I've said before, if you send plates over that I currently have, trust me, we're going to use them in projects here in the future. We have plenty of cars here without floorboards, and we have plenty of cars or trucks here without beds in them and other things like that. And we have room on the rest of the shop wall. So please do not be discouraged about sending me plates. We have room. and we have projects to use for them. And once we get to that, trust me, your names will be written on the back. We'll announce you then, okay? All right, let's spin you around. We'll show you the rest of everybody that's currently up on the border. Okay, today we also put up JB's Little Shop, the Tennessee plate, which I believe is from what he calls the trash truck. Then California plate sent over by 38 POS Racing. He dedicated that plate to Bob and Lucianne. And then Bill up in Michigan sent me that Michigan plate. Now these are some of the previous batch that we hung up. So we have Landom Custom Classics on YouTube. Go check them out. Along with JB's Little Shop on YouTube. Check them out. We have Arkansas from Outfits Garage. Nebraska plate from 38 POS Racing on YouTube. Check them out. We have the Jersey plate from Mr. Will's Dying Breed Garage on YouTube. Check all these YouTube channels out, okay, guys? We've got Illinois from Two Hacks Garage on YouTube. Norm Enderly, one of our subscribers on YouTube, sent us the North Dakota plate. I donated this plate, dedicated to Philip Lagerquist and his family. My boy, the notorious Bob Miller, sent me the Wyoming plate. I dedicated that plate for my father. And then Deborah Loving Life and Auto Salvage Outlaws dedicated that Alabama plate, or donated it. Woo! Nick Denny from Indiana donated that plate. He's a sub to the channel. One Eyed Cat on YouTube donated the Pennsylvania plate. And then the Ziegler family dedicated that plate to their son, Daniel. And then my boy Chris Bacombe sent me an Ohio car and motorcycle plate from Ohio. So thank you. He's a member of the channel. And then my boy Darren up in Canada sent me a couple Canadian plates, and we put the little flag there as he requested. So good night of living, guys. I mean, it's getting pretty full up there. So again, if you see a state that you're from up there, or if you see a state that's not up there from where you're from, if that makes sense, and you want to dedicate one or donate one to the shop, send it over with what you would want to put underneath it. Either your name, a dedication plate, so on and so forth. It must be family friendly. If you want to do something for your YouTube channel, I'll put that up there as well. So that's going to be it for today's portion of the license plate challenge. So I appreciate you watching it. I appreciate everybody that has sent a plate for this, because it is getting crazy down here now. All right, so we're going to get back to the Linda deal here. Kathy's actually down here in the shop helping today, along with getting all your stickers made and merch and shipments and all that jazz. All right, guys, I got an update here on what we got going on. I just got off the phone with our boys over at Dutch Guy's Garage. Kind of helped us out with this, so make sure you go check him out. Tell him we appreciate it. But anyway, so what we found when we got back over here, all 4 of these keeper nuts were like hand tight, or not even hand tight. I could tighten them or loosen them with my hands, what I'm saying. So, you know, these were so loose to the point that this rod here on cylinder number 4 actually fell out. And that's what was creating our ticking noise. So we got the engine bumped over, got everything put back together. We're going to get these all torqued back down. We figured out the torque is right around 30 pounds. So we're going to test that against one that's good and tight, and then we'll just alternate, get these all back together. And hopefully that fixed that issue, because when we started her up, she was just get this around where the light's a little bit better. So hopefully that's fixed, and then we're going to again double check this side, get her all back together. And then we still have the oil leak issue. I have no clue where that's coming from. So we'll get new valve cover gaskets put on, get all these rockers tightened back down, back to spec. And then we'll change the oil, see what we got in there. Hopefully nothing, or not too much anyway. Keep in mind, this is a brand new build with like 3 or 4 burnouts maybe on it. Now granted, I know we kick her in the teeth every time we do that. Things happen, but it is what it is. So let me get these valve covers on, get this all tightened back down to spec, and then we'll get into this oil and see what we find. All right, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get these tightened up. Get these rocker bolts tightened up. I'm doing them at 20 pounds. That's where they were currently set up. Try to keep everything the same. And hopefully this fixes all of Linda's current issues. And we don't have to, hopefully this fixes all of Linda's current issues and we don't have to worry about it anymore. All right, all of those are set. So now we'll go ahead. I've got some new valve cover gaskets over there. We'll get those put on, get everything tightened down with that. Get this cleaned back up, and then we'll get her up in the air, change the oil, and pray there's not a whole bunch of jazz down in there. And then we still have to find the leak, where it's coming from. So let's keep going. Get Linda ready for No Name. All right, guys, we got the valve covers back on Linda with new gaskets. So that's all set up, ready to go. So now I'm gonna get her up in the air and get rid of this oil and see what we end up with in the pan. Then we're gonna put some fresh oil in it with some Lucas mixed in, just to kind of help the engine out a little bit. Fire it up, kind of move around a little bit, and make sure that we have no oil leaks, because I still gotta get under there and find that. And hopefully she'll be ready for No Name. All right, guys, this is gonna tell us everything right here. And of course, Linda, you know the bad part it is? I own a gazillion dollars worth of automotive lifts, and look where I'm at, on the ground. Why? Because I've got junk on my lifts. It's just like, I don't know. Let's see what we got on here. We got some fine, super fine metal on here. Now this could just be from the build. As you all can see on there, it's just a little bit on the rag. I can get the rest of it off here, but that's all it's on there, which I don't think that's too bad. That could be just residual stuff from where the engine was built, which is fine. Good thing is we don't have any big, like metallic chunks, but we haven't pulled the pan out either. So let me go throw this cap back on. We'll get that drain pan out here and we'll check it. And cross our fingers, Linda just isn't in a mood. You know what I'm saying? Guys, to be honest with you, there's absolutely nothing in here. That's awesome. I would have bet the farm there was something in here. I think we just got super lucky. We caught it on time. We still got to figure out where the oil leak is, but we'll find that. But the good thing is we fixed the push rod and rocker deal. Got that straightened out, and there's nothing in my oil. So heck yeah, I'll take that as a win. So we'll go ahead and pull the oil filter now, see if we got anything in there that's weird. If not, we're gonna put some oil back in it with a little bit of Lucas and find this oil leak, get it straightened out, which I'm sure is just something, I don't know, weird, I guess. Linda will be ready for No Name. My God, who put this thing on here? You? I must have ate my Wheaties before I done that. Like I said, this is the dumbest, in my opinion, for an oil filter, but I get it. It's probably what choices they have. Okay. Let's see what we got. Well, let's get a new oil filter put on here. We'll fill her back up with oil, and we'll go from there. good God. I need a lift. Oh, I got a couple. But guess what? They got crap on them. Do it like that one guy on TV, bring it down my elbow. I put 6 quarts in Linda. I put a little over than what she's supposed to have, just a hair, because when she's just whirling around there at 5,000-6,000 RPM, she needs the oil. All right, guys. Well, we're gonna let that set for a second, and we'll get her fired up, see how she does. I'll just kind of button this up right now. Linda is all back together. I am currently waiting on a replacement valve cover gasket here, and I would fire her up, but I do not want oil back all over the shop floor. So just not to keep you in suspense, especially all of you that are wanting to see Linda at No Name. She will be there how's that say? She will be there without a shadow of a doubt, if that makes sense. Am I right, Kathy? Does that sound right? But anyway, we'll get her hood put back on her, get all that done. We'll do a little test burnout before we leave. Again, I want to thank my boy over at Dutch Guy's Garage for helping me out getting that push rod figured out, because she shoved a push rod right on out, and it got pretty sketchy there for a minute. So other than that, we will see you all at No Name with Linda. We will have our entire merch set up with us. We will have the canopy. We will have the shirts, the stickers, the license plates, hopefully maybe some hats. It just really depends, because the merch is on fire right now. People are buying that pretty regular, which I appreciate that, because we take all that money and put it right back into the memberships, or not the memberships, but the giveaways. So if you want to be a member to the channel, well, I brought that up for some reason. Jump in on the join button, follow the instructions and all that. We have a ton of members now. I think the going thing on there is like $4 something a month. It's like $4.99 or whatever. I'm not really for sure, to be honest with you. But there's a bunch of them in there. If you join that, you get one of our free shirts of your choice right off the bat. You do not have to buy one, and you do not have to wait. I will ship you one right now. You can choose between the OG, the Linda, and the Homer. Of course, if you meet us out in the wild at an event or whatever, these shirts are always free if you're a subscriber. So, back to that. While we're talking about giveaways and jazz, we are halfway to our 5,000. I think we're pretty close. So when we get to that 5,000, somebody's going to get a lift. Make sure you pass the word on that. That is life-changing for somebody. Like, seriously. Mine's just used to hold junk, to be honest with you, because I've been over here laying on the ground working on this when I have that. But it is what it is. All right, cool. As far as you members, keep an eye out on the community page and have your notification bells on. There's going to be a new video coming out specifically just for you, based on our boy Homer sitting out there on the trailer. So we'll have a video for you coming on that here very soon. We'll have a video coming out on that very soon just for you guys. All right, that's going to be it. I appreciate you very much. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time.